both of us are great believers in fate. So right out of the blue, the beginning of this year, I was approached by a local university. I live in Worcestershire in England, and the University of Worcester, any of your listeners can go online and find the university, has a criminology department. And they asked me to go in and simply talk to their master's students on what I do in prison. So in I went and spoke to a load of students, and it was really quite fascinating, and I got paid for doing it. And they were so impressed that they expanded it, and we started taking in people with lived experience. Now, Ed has yet to go in there, but I took two other people. And what we're really trying to do, I suppose, with ordinary BA students, graduates, if you like, is put an old head on young shoulders. We're trying to say to them, look, we've lived this life. We know what we're talking about, but you're straight out of school. You perhaps have never sat alongside somebody that's just served 20 years in prison for a crime, or somebody that's currently going through the system and could have a sentence against them. And in fact, the most interesting one we took in was a guy that only 2 weeks after I took him into the university was up in court on a rape charge. And so at the time of taking him in, we didn't know whether he was going to be innocent or guilty. And so what we did, I interviewed the guy in front of the students, and then we got the students asking questions. And then we asked the students, do you think that while he's been on remand, being held awaiting the court case, should he have been held in a prison, or could we have let him walk about the general population? And the answers were quite amazing, really, because they were split pretty much 50-50. He then went into court, and over 5 days in court, he got a majority verdict. So 10-2 said not guilty. So he's now a free man, becoming a good friend, and he's not a specialised speaker, but we'll make him one, and we can help him. And it made us realise that there's a lot of work in universities, colleges, schools up and down the country of making the population understand that the criminal justice system is not what you think it is.
That is so impactful, John. And as you were speaking, I thought to myself, again, as a soon to be former official practitioner, but also an adjunct faculty member at universities, that story you just told about introducing criminology students to somebody with lived experience, and you're saying we just have to reapproach how we do this. I love using metaphors to get my points across sometimes, but as you spoke, I thought, can you imagine medical schools where the doctors in the making don't do the rounds with other professionals to meet patients, or actually talk to a sick person? It's just all book
Yeah.
learning. It's just all the X's and O's of theory and medicine and microscopes and experiments, but you never actually talk to a patient during your education. But that's exactly what we're doing, as you noted, John, with criminology courses. And to be fair, I know there are some more progressive faculty that will bring in someone with lived experience, but it's the exception rather than the rule. And in the meantime, people, practitioners in the making, that is, they're just getting all their perceptions from the media or television or movies or the press. And it's just sad, because we need to infuse that humanity and that three-dimensional element into the equation.
You might